Now before this gritty tale begins, I must warn you all before that this Welsh plot has been contemporised to 1944, and despite the gore and folktale lore that I will tell you in this Bloodflow story, trust me, this isn't going to be no Balamori. Now there once was a German shep, and guarding his Wehrmacht officer was a promise he often kept, a loyal pup, brutal, tough. Ripping throats was mostly ferocious fun, but after blood and guts were inevitably shunned, this hound was a hound like none. A dog-eat-dog world too, if you pardon the pun. Now, Nazi forces were pressing one day in fields of Czechoslovakia in the heat of May. This Nazi whispered and knelt in dismay. Schütze diesen Gefangen, mein Hund. Now the dog blinked quietly, but somehow understood. He had to protect the prisoner at all costs, for his master to do with what he must. Now the dog was left alone with the prisoner of war. Of course, the trauma he faced would be replaced with the hound's tenacity and, of course, his taste obediently waiting this mess. But this was a game of chess, which the hound was set to lose. See, despite his mission to listen and initially to prove himself to his master, British forces breached the building of the bunker. The hound was useless, and Boyd took quite a beating. But he fended off most of the Brits and left soldiers retreating. With the hound losing blood, he dragged the prisoner to safety. But he passed out on the rug, just patiently waiting. Nazi forces are returning. And from his master's point of view, with the prisoner missing, oh, emotions are turning. His stomach is churning. This man was the key to winning the war. And in the heat of the moment, with the blood on the floor, he feels the hound has attacked the prisoner out of hate or sport and has been caught in this of bloodshed torture. And without any reflection, the Nazi takes his pistol from his side. The dog, whimpering, whines, communicating with his eyes as he cries. All this information has been somewhat misapplied, but the Nazi shoots the dog in the head. Only to hear a scream in the corner of the bunker from the prisoner. Not missing or dead. See, the hound had saved the prisoner, and the blood was self-defense. The dog knew the life of this prisoner, and what his importance had surely meant. He had been a good boy. Now all these calculations are rushing through the soldier's head. Now he's the one who's crying tears of the bloodshed as he carries his best friend through the meadow. His dog now has a gravestone for a bed.